everybody, it's Taylor with y'all 106.7. Today we are joined by singer-songwriter Mr. Shelby Lee Lowe. Welcome into y'all.
Thank you, Taylor. Glad to be here, man. I've listened to y'all for a few years, so it's cool to be able to be in the studio with you.
You are a true country boy, born and raised in Tennessee, Possum Trot. You came to see us all the way from Possum Trot. Tell us where that is.
It's not a real town. It's a stretch of road between two real towns. It's in between Cornersville and Lewisburg, Tennessee, in Marshall County, which is about, on a good day, it's about an hour and 5 minutes from here. Today, it was more like almost 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, man. The traffic is just crazy.
65 sometimes, you know.
Yeah. Well, we are really excited because you are headlining Chiefs 90s Night that we're hosting alongside y'all 106.7, where we're going to be playing our favorite 90s country music. So tell me about that. You love some 90s country?
Yes, I was so fired up when Chiefs asked me to do that because I play every weekday morning at Chiefs. Took the day off to hang out with y'all, but I'm known as a guy who loves 90s country. Mm-hmm. So it just made perfect sense for me to come and hang out with y'all and play some of my favorite music.
What's your favorite 90s country song? Like right off the top of your head, if you had to pick one.
Shoot, that is tough.
It's so tough. I don't know if I could do it.
There's so many good 90s guys. I'm a big Dwight Yoakam guy. Mm-hmm. I love Dwight Yoakam. He had some good stuff in the 90s. Fast as You's been one of my favorite songs of all time. I think Killing Time, Clint Black came out in '89, so I don't know if that counts, but that's up there. Tracy Lawrence.
Oh, yeah. He's one of my favorites.
Anything Alan Jackson did. Black Hawk had good stuff.
All the greats, man.
Restless Heart. There's a bunch of cool different styles. Marty Stewart, just a little bit of everything.
So we'll be hearing a little bit of all this at the Chiefs 90s Night, yeah?
For sure.
It's a free show. You can learn more at chiefsonbroadway.com. That is happening on May 3rd. We're really excited about that. Tell me who you grew up listening to. Was it kind of the guys that we just named, or does it go a little bit further back?
Well, it goes way further back because, I kind of – my parents were rednecks, but they didn't listen to as much country music as most rednecks. Getting in the car, my parents were I guess I was a late kid. So my parents were older than all my friends' parents. So we get in the car, they're listening to like the Everly Brothers, and they're listening to Elvis. And, I grew up listening to oldies radio, 96.3 oldies radio in Nashville. So all the good old-timey pop music. And I listened to a bunch of that. First concert was at Starwood Amphitheater in like 97, I think, or 96. And I was like 6 years old. I saw the Beach Boys and CCR. So that kind of music is what I started out on. But my Aunt Tracy, hanging out with her, I listened to a lot of Charlie Daniels and Hank Williams Jr. and Bill Withers. And so I grew up listening to soul and funk and everything. But when growing up in the South, you couldn't escape country music. Everywhere you turned, you heard, Chattahoochee. There's a video of me singing Achy Breaky Heart in front of a Christmas tree when I was like 3 years old with a mullet. So
we got to see that.
If you grow up in the South and you live in the sticks like I did, you're going to go to parties. You're going to hear Bo Cephas. You're going to hear George Strait. And you can't escape it. I just fell in love with it. And, I will say I had a great uncle who taught me my first ever chords on guitar. And the first thing he ever taught me was Folsom Prison, Johnny Cash. So I was getting Johnny Cash and Hank Sr. and Merle Haggard from my dad, my uncle, and folks like that.
Well, I bet it really comes in handy kind of having that well-rounded background, because when you're playing downtown, they're just shouting out requests of all kinds, and you just have to be ready to go, huh? And just play it on a whim.
Yeah, and I have a big appreciation for a lot of kind of music, so I'm getting requests to play Al Green down there and Bobby Caldwell and Ray Price and Just the sometimes we'll do like 2 or 3 songs, and then I'm doing my own original stuff down there too, because I don't know if a lot of people know this or not, but Chiefs on Broadway is like the only bar in Nashville. Like they reached out to me based on my original music, and which is awesome. So I'm playing all kinds of crazy requests. Then I turn around and play a song I wrote, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and that is really special because not a lot of places, hardly anywhere downtown, lets you play original music, really. And I know that was a big chatter amongst local musicians, is they all wanted to play at Chiefs because you could play your original music as well. So we're really excited about that. And I want to talk about your original music. You have millions of streams on your debut album, Stubborn Heart. I wrote down my favorites, Things That Make Me Smile and Miss Tennessee. I love the lyric in Miss Tennessee. She looks like an angel, drinks like a fish.
Yeah.
And what is it? She's got a mean green casserole dish. Or
Got
mean
a mean
green
bean casserole dish.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's one of the I think that's one of my favorite lines of any songs I've got there. And that song, I feel like there's an obvious 90s country throwback to a lot of my music. That song in particular, I'm like, man, if that would have gotten a hold of by the right person in the 90s, I think it would have been a hit.
Yeah. Hey, there's still hope. We got you and Zach Top, and there's very few artists who are still keeping that 90s sound alive, but still staying authentic and fresh to yourself. So we love that.
Yes, man. Zach is, I was so proud when people started requesting him.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I know Zach. Yeah, I wrote a song with him. And then it just kept happening. And then I thought, well, I should go back and listen to that song. It's probably pretty good. And, it's my current single, Night Me. I co-wrote that with Zach and Carson Chamberlain. And I think he just went platinum with I Never Lie or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my new song, Night Me, it's only like 800-something thousand streams away from hitting platinum. So it's just right around the corner,
We're on our way.
Yeah.
No, I do love that song. When the sun comes up, you don't want to be in love with the night me. It's just a great, I like the way you phrase that. Like, we're all different people when we drink late at night, but you don't want to be in love with me when the sun comes up. That's a really catchy song, and I love the melodic structure of it as well.
Well, I give that credit to Mr. Zach Top, because that was one of those, some days you're in the room writing and you come up with almost everything, and some days I had a good song title, I had a good hook, Night Me, and then I kind of just sat back and first time writing was Zach and just watched him do his thing. I was like, that's pretty good. Let's just keep it that way. So if you like Zach Top and you like my song Night Me, there's probably a good reason for that. You know, his fingerprint is on that one pretty heavy.
Well, we can't wait to hear more of it. Do we have more new music planned for 2025, or what does this year look like for you?
Man, this is a crazy year for me, because I've been stockpiling songs. I've been recording new stuff, and I was like, okay, this is with the help of folks like everybody at Chiefs and other friends around the country. I'm like, I'm gonna make this my year. I'm gonna throw it all out there, put out my songs. So May 9th, I'm going to be dropping a song I wrote maybe like 10 years ago, back when I had a publishing deal. And it's one of my favorite songs I've ever written. It's probably the saddest song I've ever written, called When It Rains. And that's a 10-year-old song I've been sitting on and waiting on. So I'm putting that one out. I'm going to be releasing probably one song every 6 weeks.
Oh, that's exciting.
And in October, I'm going to be releasing a song that I wrote inspired by George Strait. And everyone listening to this station, if you don't like George Strait, they're probably not listening.
Maybe
to
turn
this
the
station
channel, yeah.
if they don't like George Strait, So speaking of Chiefs, I'm going to be, October 10th is the exact date. I'm going to be having a George Strait tribute night on the same stage that we're doing May 3rd at.
Okay, at Neon Steeple.
Y'all need a good excuse to come back to Chiefs. Y'all can come and we can play some George Strait music.
Oh, we will be there, my friend. We play, 32 George Strait songs? So we will absolutely be there.
Heck yeah, that's like half his number ones, right?
Yeah. And it's crazy how people can sit on a song for 10 years before they release it. I mean, we hear stories like that all the time. The guy who wrote House That Built Me, Miranda Lambert, it took them 10 years to finish that song, and then it became a huge, huge hit. But I think as an artist, when you have something special. So we really can't wait to hear all this new music.
Well, thank you so much. I'm pumped up about it. I plan on doing releasing a full length album, either end of this year or early next year. I'm going to be doing a live album, my first ever live album recording, close to my neck of the woods down in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, at the Crockett Theater, historic, beautiful location. So, I'm just doing all kinds of stuff. Next week, actually a week from yesterday, I'm going to be recording songs at Jack Daniel's Distillery in Lynchburg. As far as I know, I'll be the first and only person to have ever recorded songs there. And Miss Tennessee's got to be one of them.
Got to. Well, that's really special. Maybe drink a little whiskey, not too much before you record, but.
Well, yeah, it'd be weird if I didn't.
Exactly.
I don't want to be rude.
There's something in the water over there. I'm sure you'll strike some magic. And you're going to play a song for us today. What are you going to play for us?
Well, man, I should probably do my new song,
Night Me.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. And best way to keep up with you on socials is at Shelby Lowe.
You can look up Shelby Lowe on anything you got, but my website is shelbycountry.com. Pretty easy. And it's got links to everything I got, my Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Facebook, whatever you guys got, I probably have a profile.
You're on there. Yeah. Check out his new music. Join us for the Y'all 90s Night on May 3rd and also in October for the George Strait Tribute. And you can catch him at Chiefs all the time. Keep up with him on socials, and we're going to hear a song from Mr. Shelby Lowe.